Just like we talked about in last week's episode, often when we set health goals, we're really focused on what we need to do. But focusing exclusively on this and what you need to do is flawed, and I'm going to tell you why. Welcome to the Intuitive Health Podcast. I'm your Vitality Lifeguard, Heather Thatcher. The truth is, we all have a pretty good idea of what we should be doing to be healthy, but we get stuck trying to figure out how to squeeze that into our hectic schedule and stick to the plan. In my career as a registered nurse, Reiki master, and holistic healer, I've discovered that the key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle lies in reestablishing your intuitive connection to your body. When you know how to listen to your body's intuitive messages, being healthy no longer feels like work. And just a really quick announcement before we go into this week's podcast episode. Starting on May 4th, I'm going to be hosting a challenge that's called The Secret to Keeping Your Healthy Habits. So if you're interested in learning more about that, then listen right to the end of the episode because I'm going to talk about it there, or you can go to heatherthatcher.com/health and there'll be more info. Okay, let's get to it. When we set goals by focusing only on what we need to do to get there, we're really setting ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. So think of it this way. Every single person who applies for a job and goes to the job interview has the same goal. They all want to get hired. So they have this list of things that they need to do. They need to practice some of their interview responses. They need to make sure they're wearing a good power outfit that makes them feel strong and empowered. And they need to show up on time. All of these different things that they need to do. But only one person gets the job. So does that mean that everyone else's intentions and goals and all of that weren't as good as that one person? No, absolutely not. Everybody had the same goal. It's just that the company wasn't interested in who had the most specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely goal. What the company cared about was who that person was, who they are. So when we set goals and health goals that aren't about what we could do, but are about who we want to be, everything shifts. To show you how powerful this is, I'd like to share an example with you. And it doesn't matter if you're a smoker or not a smoker, you'll still be able to get how this feels. So let's say you're trying to quit smoking and a friend offers you a cigarette. Our typical answer would be, no thanks, I'm trying to quit smoking. But when we say this, we're relying on willpower to resist that temptation. But what if instead your answer to your friend was, no thanks, I'm not a smoker? Did you feel that shift? Can you see how powerful this is? The first answer when you said, no thanks, I'm trying to quit smoking, you're still identifying yourself as a smoker. But in the other answer, you're focused on how you want to be. That person that you want to be is not a smoker, and a cigarette doesn't tempt non-smokers, so of course you would say no. Let's look at this from another angle. Rashmi is a registered dietitian that I met, and she wanted to break her habit of emotional eating. Even though she talked to her clients every day about different strategies to help them overcome this problem, she felt stuck and would keep coming home after a stressful day and abandon her meal plan and just order some comfort food. She had tried so many times to break free from this habit, and she would come home after a long day and crave comfort foods. Initially, she would say to herself, it's okay, I'm just going to stick to my meal plan instead, which again is a strategy that relies on willpower. After working together, Rashmi and I changed the statement to, I use self-care to recover after a stressful day, not food. In the first statement, Rashmi saw herself as someone who's trying to stop eating for emotional reasons, but she still identified as an emotional eater. So now Rashmi sees herself as someone that has a bubble bath or reads a good book or spends time with friends and family instead of turning to food for comfort. Because it is our true nature to seek connection, to support our body with nutrient-rich food, mindful movement, and life balance. When you connect to this core of your being, taking care of yourself becomes easy because you'll be able to create affirmation statements like Rashmi that are in line with what works for you. You're ready to release what you think you should be doing and respond to exactly what your mind, body, spirit is asking for. It's not a question about if you have enough willpower and motivation anymore. You're either a runner or not a runner. You're either a yogi or not into yoga. You're either someone who enjoys eating a salad or you prefer your veggies another way. You either find bubble baths rejuvenating or massages relaxing, or you prefer some other kind of self-care. Tuning into your nature and reconnecting to your intuitive, healthy lifestyle helps you create these lifestyle affirmation statements that align with your whole life. Because when you're living fully aligned with your nature, that's where the power of an intuitive, healthy lifestyle starts to manifest in your life. So how do you discover your true nature and craft those lifestyle affirmation statements that we talked about? You need to identify what you really want. Sure, your initial goal might be to lose some weight and get to the gym more often, but what do you really want? Do you want to go to the gym? Or do you want to feel more confident in your body and be able to do whatever you want to do, have your clothes fit nicely, and have all the energy you need? Probably that, right? Your weight loss goal is something that will come naturally when you're living your lifestyle as the person who loves their body, has tons of energy, and can do anything they want without feeling like their body or their health is holding them back. To craft your dreamy lifestyle affirmation statements, you need to follow these 3 steps. Step 1 is to set your doing goal. That's the normal way that you'd set a goal. Then you need to reflect on what you really want and know if this is in line with what works for you. And then you need to write out your affirmation statement as if it's already happened. I have a free worksheet that's going to walk you through this process, and you can access it by going to heatherthatcher.com/worksheet, or you can check out the show notes for this episode. So let's work through an example together. Say I wanted to go to the gym 3 to 5 days per week before work. So that's my doing goal. Now, using that worksheet, I'll take a moment to ask, well, what do I really want? Why do I want to go to the gym 3 to 5 days per week? Because I want to lose weight and become more fit? Because exercise is good for my body and it lowers my risk for disease? Because I want to tone my body and so I want to feel better about how I look? Because I want my clothes to fit better? Because I'm tired of avoiding getting my picture taken or standing in the back so that people can't see me as well? Because I want to finally feel like myself again and have my inner strength and confidence be reflected on the outside. So now I've hit that emotional foundation of that doing goal. And so my brainstorming allowed me to get here. And so now I'm ready to write my lifestyle affirmation statement, which is, I am confident in my body and my outward appearance reflects who I am on the inside, alive, vibrant, and healthy. And so don't focus on how yet. Don't focus on how you're going to get there. For right now, you're just trying to become really clear on what your ultimate goals are. You want to know what your dreamy lifestyle vision looks like and have that be as clear as possible. The other key is to write your lifestyle affirmation statement as if it were already true. Stay away from phrases like I want or I feel and stick with I am. The workbook that I have for this episode is going to show you how to create these lifestyle affirmation statements for yourself. I give you another example in the workbook and more guidance to help you craft a full set of affirmations that cover more aspects of your intuitive, healthy lifestyle. And I give you a few statements to help get you started. And then I also have a fancy sheet at the end with some beautiful designs for you to print. And you can write in your affirmation statements. You can put it on your bathroom mirror or beside your bed so that you can revisit your unique affirmations every morning to remind you of what you want for your life and your wellness. You can color it in if you want to. You can put stickers on it or print off other pictures off the internet and really make it your own. Have it become something beautiful and inspiring that you can read at the beginning of each day and then spend a moment each morning to read through your affirmations, even if it's just while you're brushing your teeth, and allow this beautiful energy to start to sink into your own. Now, if you're not sure that you can say those things to yourself in an I am statement because you don't know if you believe it yet, instead of just pushing through and faking it until you make it, try this. Change your statement to I deserve to feel and then fill in your affirmation. Because everyone deserves to be healthy, and even if you can't see yourself as healthy yet and the I am healthy statement isn't resonating, Changing it to I deserve to be healthy, or I deserve to feel healthy, or whatever else your affirmation is, that can really shift things for you. And so when you've started to strengthen your intuition and you've created your unique set of affirmations with the workbook, you're going to feel so excited and ready to close the gap between how you're living right now and how amazing you're going to feel. And it doesn't matter how drastically different your current lifestyle is from your vision of how you're meant to feel, but you have to know what you're aiming for before you can get started. So take a few moments over the next few days to go through the workbook and craft your own unique affirmation statements. When you've created your affirmation list, connect with me on social media at Vitality Lifeguard and share one of your affirmation statements with me. I would love to cheer you on. And again, the download link for that worksheet is heatherthatcher.com/worksheet. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am so grateful for the energy that we shared today. I know that you're the kind of person who likes to help others, so I invite you to share this podcast episode with someone important to you who you think would also benefit from hearing this. If you want inspirational, intuitive health content like this every day, then you can connect with me on Instagram. Every morning on my story, I give you a mini challenge, affirmation, intuition builder, or energy clearing technique to help you take what we talk about on this podcast to the next level. You can find me over on Instagram with the name @VitalityLifeguard. Finally, I have a personal request for you. It helps me greatly if you take a few minutes to rate and review my podcast on whichever platform you're joining me on. So after you're finished here, please go to iTunes or Google Play or Stitcher or wherever you're listening and rate and review the Intuitive Health Podcast. Or you can take a screenshot of you listening to this podcast and share it on your social media. It really helps me get the word out, and then we can keep working together to help more people. I am so incredibly grateful for the time and energy you'll take to do this for me, so thank you. That's it for this week. Again, you can head on over to heatherthatcher.com/health to sign up for the upcoming challenge, or you can also check out the show notes for this episode at heatherthatcher.com/podcast. I am so grateful for you, you beautiful soul, and I wish you all the peace, love, and light for you this week. Take care.